All right, welcome. And we're live. Where we left off, players had just completed running through the caverns and catacombs below Sandpoint and completed their conquest of Illyrium, the hellish creature that used the area as her little hideaway below Sandpoint. The players returned to Sandpoint, enjoying a well-deserved rest and a night on the town. Went to a couple of different taverns, including the Rusty Dragon and the Hagfish. Enjoyed a little bit of gambling. Some money and some coin was won, some was lost. But good times were had and drinks were aplenty. After a full night's rest, you wake up rejuvenated and refreshed. You feel a little bit stronger, a little bit more powerful than you did the day before, and you're ready to start your day. What do you do?
Oh, man. I'm starving.
Are you buying?
Well, I mean, credit's still credit, right, baby?
We will see, I guess, right?
I mean, we are the heroes, you know what I'm talking about, baby?
We did just slay some sort of demon creature, so that would be worth something, right?
We're just increasing our street cred. Let's go get some of that food, baby, and we'll find out.
Street cred. What does street cred mean?
I don't know. I think it has something to do with babies or something.
Oh, is that what it is?
I don't know. You keep saying babies.
Oh, yeah. Oh, you got to be right. Actually, good call, Anthar. Because
Sorry,
wait,
it's
is
my
it
new
like
word. I heard it on the streets
But you don't know
in
what it
Sandpoint.
means.
Well, I don't know what it means, but I hear people throwing it around a lot.
Okay, that's good to know. We can speak the lingo of the people here. We can gain their trust.
Most of them we already have.
All right, let's go down. Let's go get something to eat.
You make your way down the stairs to the main hall of the Rusty Dragon. It looks like everyone's kind of enjoying their morning breakfasts, freshly baked bread, a few pints of ale, some tea, predominantly coffee, alongside some of the morning stew, a couple of meat pies and fish pies. However, the scent that really fills the room is freshly baked and salted bacon. Almost this smoky atmosphere. Your eyes almost water at the thickness of the smoky bacon smell and feel that is emanating from the kitchen. Looks like most people are just sitting down and just relaxing for the moment. What do you do?
I'm going to walk up to the counter. Is Beth serving, or is it?
Looks like Amiko's serving this morning.
Whoa!
Amico.
Welcome back.
Yes, my friends. How are you feeling?
Good. How are you?
Oh, well, after a few days of rest, much better. Thank you. Was a bit of a shock. I must say, everything that occurred with my brother and things resulted from that. But it's good to know that I have friends like you that I can count on.
We are always happy to help out. If there's anything we can do, just always let us know.
Certainly. Well, let me get you young men some breakfast. I'm sure you're hungry.
That would be great. We could get some food. We could work on maybe it will help with our street cred.
Street cred.
Ciro was saying he heard that about town, trying to speak the lingo of Sandpoint, the Sandpoint people.
Afraid I'm unfamiliar with that term.
Oh, well, maybe it's something that local people, some local people use. Maybe it's a certain dialect.
Perhaps.
Utramir, there are times where I wish I had the ability to turn invisible. This is one of those moments.
Wait, you
Well,
can't
don't
do
do that, baby. We would miss you.
That's it.
You want to do that?
Is a sorcerer? Do you know? Can you learn this?
Maybe.
Nice.
Well, let me go fetch you guys a little something to nibble on. Just a moment. She walks behind the door, and you can hear the clanking of pans and pots as she returns with a platter of food. 4 plates piled high with bacon, some mutton chops, a couple of strips of salmon, all drizzled over with a nice thick gravy, a couple of biscuits to go alongside, nicely freshly baked biscuits with some smeared butter on top. The steam just wafts from the 4 plates. She puts each one in front of you and says, "Oh, just one more moment." She darts back and comes back in an instant with 4 tankards in her hand. She places 4 tankards in front of you and says, "This is my private stock. I think you'll quite enjoy this."
Thank you.
Are you just giving this to us?
Certainly.
Wow.
Absolutely.
Feel honored.
Absolutely. A toast to a great host, Amico. Thank you.
She grabs a tankard from below the bar and toasts with you. As you drink the fermented beverage, you get hints of spice and clove and elderberry. It's you identify it as a fermented honey wine or mead. But the additives and overall texture and mouthfeel and flavor are something unlike you've ever experienced before. It's, in fact, one of the best drinks you think you've ever had.
Wow. That is something.
Woo! How much would this normally run?
Well, we don't sell it. I keep it as locked away.
Wow, Amico, you are the best.
Certainly. Well, you enjoy your breakfast. I'll have to go and check on the patrons, but I think I heard Bethanet said something about your tab. You don't have to worry about that. Don't worry about that for another week or so.
Excellent. Thank you.
Wow, I can't believe you would completely waive our tab. We've ate so much.
Oh, well, you did save my life.
You oh my gosh, I think you did it.
You slipped that in perfectly.
Well, do you guys talk about anything in particular before, as you eat?
Well, it looks like there's a few things, gentlemen, we may want to go sell. Or is there anywhere you guys want to go today? Is there any location or anything you want to do?
Let's see here. I'll take a look at the handy dandy map.
Let's see.
Oh.
You know, we've done so much adventuring. At some point, I feel like we have to hit up some of the other taverns and inns. You know, see. Maybe not stay the night, but just see what else is around town.
Hey, listen, Utramir, you gotta be careful with what you're saying, man, because Kaj just like got us such a good deal, and we gotta stay in Amiko's good graces, man.
Well, just I don't know. We had a drink somewhere, right?
Well, we might have to pay for said drink.
Good point, actually. Good
That's
call.
inconvenient. Let's see here.
Let's see. Well, I wonder if the sheriff is back in town. Maybe I wonder if we should go see, or should we go see Father Santis as well? We have a few magical items we found. Maybe he knows something of that.
Not a bad idea. We could show him that ripped cloak we had.
And the head of the demon that I killed, or that we all killed.
Wow, you guys really did quite a bit while I was out taking a nap.
It was quite an adventure, but I mean, it wasn't no big deal really.
You're shorter, but maybe not.
You three, I'm sure you could take on anything. You didn't need me.
Appreciate the comment.
Yeah, we don't.
Do we all want to go see Father Zantis, or did we want to split up? If anyone wants to go somewhere else.
Yeah, let's show him the Book of Lamish.
Let's do it.
Translate it.
To the cathedral, then.
All right. After finishing up your breakfast, you feel full and hearty. You make your way to the Sandpoint Cathedral. Looks like they're just beginning to open up and kind of opening to the general public. Looks like there's various followers of the 6 deities at which that are worshipped at the cathedral, kind of moving in and out of the cathedral, asking for various blessings from their chosen gods. Looks like the sun is just kind of coming over the cathedral in the early morning light and ripples off of the stained glass. You can kind of see various colors of blues and oranges and yellows and reds dancing on the floor as it's being reflected down to the ground. You make your way to the cathedral, and inside it's fairly lightly trafficked at the moment. It looks like there's not too many people here. A few people praying at the various altars, and some in the stoops and pews. Doesn't look like you see Father Xantus just yet, however.
Let's see. Should we go inside?
Oh, definitely.
Lead the way, Utramir.
All right then. Follow me.
As you make your way in, looks like you find Father Xantus. It looks like he's praying at the altar of Desna, and he hasn't quite noticed your presence at the moment. At the moment, he's just kind of hooched over his knees on a lightly feathered pillow and praying just in front of the altar.
Should we wait? Give him a moment to finish his prayer.
We can sneak attack him.
Anthar.
Anthar, I normally agree with this, but at the foot of Desna, nah, I don't think that's gonna work.
I kid.
See, he kids.
Yeah.
He's just trying to build that street cred.
It's like an older baby.
Oh, I see.
As the four of you kind of banter back and forth, Father Xantus looks over his shoulder and says, You know I can hear you, right?
Father Xanthus, sorry, we did not mean to disturb you.
Just a moment. He,
Just a moment.
he finishes up his prayer and stands up, walks to the four of you. And after kind of composing himself, he looks at you and says, "Ah, yes, our adventurers have returned. How may I be of service? Have you come here to pray to Desna?"
Well, while you guys do some discussing, I might do a little prayer to Desna. If you guys want to discuss some stuff,
That sounds like a good idea.
Father Santos puts his shoulder on Ciro's, or puts his hand on Ciro's shoulder. And says, "Ah, yes, Desna's benevolent God, and certainly enjoys the prayers of her followers. Please, I won't disturb you."
Thank you.
Yeah, I'm gonna join Sierra.
Oh, okay. It's just me and Kaj then. You and me, bud. Let's show Father Xanthus. Father Xanthus, we have a few things that we have found on our journeys that we wanted to show you. See if you had any information about, or if you recognize.
Interesting. What exactly have you found?
We've discovered a few things after going to the Glassworks. I don't know if you've heard all that happened there.
Well, I heard that there's a few disturbances, disturbing disturbances at the Glassworks, including a few murders. I've so heard, but well, you hear various gossip, and sometimes it's hard to distinguish fact from fiction.
Suto, he was with the Goblins, and he took his own life after we, fought him and the Goblins. We also discovered.
May Desna bless him. Hopefully, he finds solace in the next life. He
fought. I actually have very little to say about this man. And I cannot go any further than that.
He fought.
He fought. He didn't
the
fight
Goblins,
family.
naturally.
Yes.
He raises an eyebrow, but doesn't seem to prod any further.
We also discovered underneath the Glassworks, ancient catacombs with terrible creatures, including a goblin with 3 arms. I'd never seen anything like this before. Zombies, these horrible creatures with poison.
Now that is interesting.
A demon that we have slain all of these creatures.
Go on.
Well, I don't want to shock you, Father, but I was worried this demon. I have heard pray tell that demons that you do not behead can come back. It's old superstition, perhaps, but here's the head of the creature.
Goodness, put that back in the bag. We're at the altar of Desna.
Does Desna not appreciate the killing of demons?
Was at the altar, though. There are people here trying to pray. Just here, follow me. He leads you to one of the back rooms, one of the offices, away from the overlooking eyes of the populace. And he says, "Now, what exactly did you come here to show me?"
Well, there are a few things. First, the head.
The head?
This is the head of the
demon.
The demon that you just fought.
That, as well as a book, the Book of Lemesh, too, as I assume this is called, as well as an unholy cross.
Interesting. Well, he looks over the 3 artifacts and ponders and kind of paces a couple of moments. Well, I can't claim to be an expert on Lamashtal. However, I have heard various stories in my years and in my various travels. I can tell you that she's a deity of darkness and of monstrous creatures. She herself is sometimes depicted as a three-headed monster with various talons and ligaments and tails, and the story tends to change depending on who you're speaking with. Her followers, however, are of a demonic sort. Certainly something you wouldn't want to come across in civilized company. This book in particular is interesting. It appears to be various depictions and descriptions of certain types of demons and devils and monsters and creatures and things that walk the night above ground and things that walk through caverns below.
Can you decipher the language, Father?
I'm afraid it's in a language that I don't recognize, and frankly, I don't know of anyone in Sandpoint that might know more. But it's too bad that Father Tobin wasn't here. He was much more learned on this topic than I was. I can tell you that it's certainly something not to be taken lightly. This pendant is interesting. I've heard tales of 7-pointed pendants coming across, but to see one with a sigil of Lamashtal is foreboding. It's somewhat worrisome. I wonder what makes me concerned. What Desna has in mind for the inhabitants of Sandpoint to be faced against such enormous odds is concerning.
Do you recognize in the book? Did you see anything that had to do with this head?
Well, I don't see anything that quite matches that creature. However, I have heard a tale some time ago about a creature that of similar depiction from these parts, but that was hundreds, if not thousands, of years ago. I can't imagine it being anything other than the same species.
I mean, Father, I must admit, I did not believe in anything superstitious until I have come to this town. Any story you could tell, please tell us.
Well, Father Tobin did tell me once there was this monster that was trapped in some old ruin. The details are fuzzy. It was. I always considered it more a bedtime story to tell to unruly children, something to frighten them before going to bed and encourage them to obey their parents, or else the monster would get them. But to see it in the flesh is something else entirely.
If this ruin did exist, where do you think our search may begin that we might find it, or find any more information about this?
Well, if you search the countryside, you'll find ruins here and there from lost lost peoples, but in fact, the old lighthouse is, at least according to some, is considered to be a ruin of that time. But again, it's hard to separate fact from fiction, especially with so much superstition, sailors being what they are.
Is there any news, by the way, on the sheriff? Is he? Have you heard anything from him?
Indeed. He had just arrived last night, in fact. Came late in the night, and from what I've heard, he's actually been looking to speak with you.
Oh.
You could probably find him at the town barracks.
Excellent. Kaj, did you have any other questions? Or
Yes. On another note, this fine robe that we got from the same beheaded lady. We seem to think that it may be somewhat valuable, but we don't know what. Do you know anything about this?
He takes the robe, more like ribbons, from you, dyed black and dirty with blood stains and twines of and scrabbles of hair and matted fur.
That was mostly
and
their
scale.
fault. I wasn't there.
He looks over the garment, and after a moment he says, "Well, it seems to me that this, at least at one point, was made of a fine silk-like cloth, something akin to cotton mixed with a fine silk. However, at its current state, may be used as rags."
Interesting.
There.
So it's garbage.
Oh, when did you get here?
I snuck up behind them while this was happening.
Holy smokes!
Well, if properly washed, it could certainly serve as a bandage of some sort, I suppose.
Father Xantus, you mentioned that there's no one in Sandpoint that can translate this book, but do you know a place or a person of name that we could get in contact with?
I'm afraid I don't. The only person around here that may have that knowledge would be Father Tobin, but alas, he passed some 5 years ago and is at this point unable to help. I'll keep an eye out, however. I'll ponder this.
You know, Shalelu has been about, around the country. Do you think maybe she would know anything about this?
Well, Shalelu, she's a capable warrior and capable ranger, certainly, but of this more occult realm of I can't imagine her being any more familiar than I.
Interesting. All right.
You guys know they have a water fountain?
Oh, do you mind if we
Wait,
get to
I
drink?
think that's
before we
the
leave?
holy water. No.
Did you take that? Did you take that from the holy well?
No. I saw Anthar. You bring that in, actually, right? I saw
Oh,
It is. It's delicious.
very well.
that. Defenders of Sandpoint. We're busy people. We got to go.
Yeah, that sheriff. Yeah, I heard he was calling for us.
Thank you, Father, for the time and for not throwing up at the sight of this.
Certainly, keep that in the bag while you're in Sandpoint. Would
I
you?
think don't want to give any of the kids nightmares, right?
Yes, I think their parents have that quite covered.
Thank you, Father.
Thank you, Father. May Desna look upon you kindly.
And upon you, my sons. So you're making it your way to the barracks?
To the barracks.
On our way over.
After triping through town, you find yourself affront the barracks, a large stone building, circular in nature, with large square and round towers, positioned in strategic locations around its perimeter. The gate, made of thick and old oak, is currently open to the courtyard, and you can easily make your way through. Looks like the guard is a little bit more patrolled than what you've seen in the past. And a few eyes look your way, but quickly go back about their business, recognizing you as those that Sandpoint can depend on. Do you make your way in? What do you do?
Did you guys get a look at that? Those guys? They know what are dependable. Do you think I should show them the head?
I think that might ruin our street cred.
Oh, but what does that do with babies? Oh, I get it. Okay. I understand. We don't want to show it at the cat house.
I'm glad I'm the smallest, so I can disappear in the crowd.
Oh, there is no crowd around here, though. It's just those dependable people dependably looking upon us dependable people.
You want to keep the cat in the bag.
Oh. The cat being the head.
Yeah, not Kaj.
Oh.
We don't put Kaj in the bag.
Why would they put Kaj in bag? Kaj is dependable fighter. He's a man who knows what is what. Never put you in bag, Kaj.
Thank you, Utramir.
Let's go talk to the sheriff.
All right. You make your way into the barracks, up the staircase to the sheriff's office. You remember your way from the last time that you were here. Looks like the sheriff is busy scribing down something at his desk as you come through. Ah, yes. I see that you've gotten my message. Certain. Good. Well, come on in. I have some information to share with you. Well, it seems that we've seen, upon my return, I've heard of some disturbing reports about the increased goblin activity, in particular to the north. And seems that we might have a bit of an issue on our hands. A couple of the farms have been torched, and I'd like to send a couple of my guards to go straighten things out and gather some more information. Unfortunately, though I pleaded with the good counsel of Magnamar, as wise as they might be, they only dispensed half the men I asked for. So, unfortunately, I'm going to have to keep those men garrisoned here and ensure the safety of the townsfolk. Now, I have a task for the four of you, should you be so inclined. You certainly would have my thanks and the thanks of the townspeople.
Of course. What can we do?
Absolutely, sure.
Investigate the disturbing reports from Thistletop in particular, and report back. And if you do meet resistance, take care of it swiftly and decisively. We can't move forward and without ensuring the safety of the populace. And Thistletop goblins in particular have always been a bit of a thorn in our side, but up until recently they have kept to the northern regions. But now that they're moving south, they're becoming a bit more of a problem than they used to be. So go to Thistletop, investigate, survey the area, and take care of any resistance that you might come across.
Can do. Where is Thistletop?
It's about 6 or 8 miles outside of town. If you talk to the local cartographer, I'm sure he'll get you set up with at least some sort of map, I'm sure.
Yeah.
Well, Sharif, I'm sure that your thanks and the town's thanks are great for all of us, but I'm personally spending a lot of time away from my home. I think that if I'm going to continue doing all these errands, I need a little bit more. I need to be able to take something home to my people.
What exactly did you have in mind?
Well, the main thing that we need is protection. Like that could be from coin. We could hire people, but I need to be protecting my home as well. I need some sort of compensation to be sticking around here for as long as I am.
Well, unfortunately, most of the coffers are being used to pay for the additional guards that we have here. Unfortunately, Magnamar, though they bequest a couple of my men, they failed to give me the funds to pay for them. So, a little bit light on coinage at the moment. Is there anything else that might be of interest?
Well, my people, we live in the woods just north of here. Our people have been attacked and pressed upon by mainly the loggers for decades upon decades now. Is there anything you could do, maybe once this is all resolved, to help me and my people and protect those lands?
The loggers, you say? Been the ones that have been attacking your people. Now, by attacking your people, what exactly do you mean?
Well, we're a very diverse group, many different species and different folk of different areas, but they've been impressing upon our lands. We can only shrink down to so small before we start losing our food and our resources.
Well, that sounds like certainly an issue that may be able to assist with. Main man you'll have to resolve that with, however, is Titus Scarnetti. He's the owner and operator of the mill. He's, in short, he's the one that is predominantly responsible for any kind of logging or that goes on in Sandpoint. I can talk to him about ensuring that certain rights are respected. However, given the importance of the logging industry in Sandpoint, that will have to be somewhat... my arguments will have to be somewhat mitigated compared to, I'm sure, what you might be able to press to him.
We will see the Scarnetti.
Well, just try to catch him on a good day. He can be a bit of a ripe bastard. He's a soldierly type, which I can certainly respect, but if things aren't quite going his way, he's a bit uptight, and that's certainly something coming from me. I know my men can certainly see me as the uptight, right, kind of person, but I like seeing a clean ship and straight lines. But Titus, he's a whole beast upon himself.
How does he feel about drink?
Well, I'm sure he drinks a bit, but certainly never in excess.
Does he frequent any of the bars or taverns?
Alas, no. He actually quite disdains most of the bars in town. in particular the local brothel, the Pixie's Kitten. He has a bit of a row between himself and the owner.
It has to do with his street cred, maybe. You think that is the problem?
Well, the Scarnettis have always been a bit of a conservative type. Like to hold on to the more traditional values of the founders of Sandpoint and those of Magnemar, whereas some of the other inhabitants of the township have embraced the courtships that can be provided by certain establishments.
So he doesn't like fucking.
Well, I wouldn't put it to him quite in that manner. In fact, if you put it to him in that manner, you'll likely be one head short.
I'll keep that in mind.
He's
Smokes.
what do you
I just
lack?
ask, being a rat folk myself, we're known for our large families.
Certainly. Well, I'll have to advise you not to take that tone with him if and when you speak with him. What he lacks in grace, he certainly makes up for in temper.
We'll keep that in mind. Thank you.
Well, Sharif, I cannot speak for my trusty friends, but I would really appreciate it if you could at least get us all in contact with this man. His people have really done a number on mine. I don't think I can continue to do this without at least helping my people in some way, somehow.
I'll see what I can do upon your return, and after you've taken care of the Thistletop issue.
Very well. I will help you with your Thistletop issue, but I need something in return when I get back.
I'll see what I can do.
Very well.
Thank you, Sheriff.
Sheriff, you mind helping us out in aiding with a map? Because directions, aren't all our specialities.
Right.
Right, certainly. Well, unfortunately, all the maps that I have on hand are being used by the Barracks and need to remain here. However, I know we have a very capable local cartographer. He'll be more than able to assist you. Most of our maps come from him, and he has quite an eye for this sort of thing. He's actually quite accurate, which is more than one can say for most of the cartographers around these parts. I'd speak with him.
Okay.
Do
So
you
you'll
think
speak with him, and we'll get back to you later?
Yes, speak with him, and he'll put you on the road towards Thistletop.
Perfect. We'll see you when you get the map.
Or could we borrow his map without paying for it? We are,
Borrow his map. Well, you'd have to take that up with him.
All right, so
I'm
you can
somewhat
ask him when
dubious
you
of that
see him.
prospect. He's a businessman after all.
We'll drop your name then.
Yeah, we can just say the sheriff said, it's okay that we just borrow this.
Well, I suppose. Here, if you know what, just a moment. He goes down to his table and he grabs a blank paper and ink and writes a couple of quick lines on the parchment, folds it, grabs the wax kind of that's been hanging on the lit candle and lays down a little bit of red wax to seal it and marks his stamp, the sigil of the Sandpoint sheriff, and hands it back to you. Give this to him, and he'll at least give you a fair price.
Thank you, Sheriff. I appreciate that.
Uh,
Maybe it's a buy one, get one.
Let's go to the cartographers.
Away!
All right. Shoot, where'd my notes go?
I gotta use the restroom real quick.
Whoa! Whoa!
So you make your way to the northern end of town to the cartographer shop. The
way north.
the way north. Fairly small shop by most respects. Fairly well kept. Looks fairly clean from the outside. About half the footprint of most of the other shops in town. As you walk in, the smell of kind of musty and like old paper and a little bit of kind of almost rotten hide fills your nostrils. A layer of dust seems to be abed everything as you kind of look around, and even as the light from the window streams into the room, you see a thick kind of onslaught of dust just hovering in the air. The room itself is filled to the brim from floor to rafters with various types of parchment of varying sizes. You see several open bookshelves, some with scrolls, some with books, a few barrels with tall scrolls, about 5 feet tall. You see inks and quills, various types of waxes and some kind of odd-looking shaped maps in a few frames that do dot the walls. Behind the counter is a short man, a halfling in fact, with bright purple hair and a bright purple goatee and mustache, alongside matching eyebrows. The man is elderly in nature and looks a bit hobbled. His ears poke out from his matted hair, and he seems to be wearing what was once a extremely fine coat and shirt. However, given the amount of dust and dirt that's on it, it looks like it's certainly seen its better days. As you walk through, the man shouts out, "Ah, yes, how are you doing this evening? How may I help you?"
Oh, hello, good sir. We're actually looking to acquire a map from you. I think one of you guys has that piece of parchment too, right?
Oh, yes.
Oh, thank you, Anthar.
Oh, what do we have here now?
Something from the sheriff. It has, I think, the details and maybe a request inside.
Ooh, let's find out. He looks at the parchment. He kind of like peers it over. He looks a little odd as he's inspecting it. He seems to be kind of moving it about, not quite getting the right angle or the right consistency of light. Never quite satisfied. After a couple of moments, he looks at the seal. He kind of sniffs it and kind of taps it a little bit. Says, looks like this was freshly sealed. Very interesting. All right. And he takes a dagger out from his hip to open up the letter. He opens up the letter and kind of reads through, looks at you, looks back at the letter, looks at you, looks back at the letter, looks at you, looks back at the letter. Interesting. Seems you're a friend of the sheriff's.
We are. We've worked with him quite a bit.
We are the heroes of Sandpoint.
Ooh, very interesting. Well, what exactly are you looking for?
We need the map of the Thistletop Goblin area.
Ooh, well, let's see what I have here. He kind of rubbages about. You can kind of see dust, kind of dirt being kicked up here and there. It's actually a couple of you kind of get a bit of a lump in your throat with the amount of dust and kind of caked on filth that is now filling this room and actually making it a tad difficult to breathe. And after a couple moments, he comes back with kind of a half barrel and slams it on the counter and says, "Oh, let's see what we have in this one." And he kind of pulls out. Says, "No, not this one. This is nope, not this one either." Oh, I really need to get organized one of these days. Let's see what we have here. Nope, not that one either. Oh, here it is. I found the one I'm looking for.
Do many people buy maps here? Or it's just been a while since.
People around here, they just go out and, they get lost. And it gets lonely. Anyway, let's see what we have. All right. I have a very fine map of not only Thistletop, but the entire region. Is that something of interest?
Yes,
Absolutely.
Ooh, all right. Well, the letter did say to offer you a fair price, and I suppose I don't want to go against our dear sheriff. For something of this quality and this magnitude, I suppose I could part with this for a mere 250 gold.
Well,
250 gold.
how much money do you guys have?
Normally, it would be about 400 gold, but you seem to be a friend of the sheriff, so 250 gold is fair.
What about if we were to borrow the map?
Oh, no. I see what this happens. I did this once before. No. I gave this bastard Johnny a map, and I never got the map back. No.
But you were dealing with heroes. I thought this Johnny was much of a hero, right? We are capable fighters. We know our way around.
I mean, you got a fancy sword, but I don't know about that.
If it makes you feel any better, I have a scroll case. We can fit it inside here for safekeeping.
Ooh, a man of knowledge, a man that knows how to take care of things. For that, I will take off 30 gold. 220 gold this time.
200 gold.
220 is like pretty good, right?
200 gold.
Roll a diplomacy check.
Just have to double check. It's been a while since I've been doing anything diplomatic. 26.
210. Final cost.
I'll take it.
My friend, this is just a wonderful, wonderful establishment you have here. But unfortunately, we really need your map in order to defend this town. It'd really be a shame if we weren't able to find these goblins that are threatening this entire town. And they, I don't know, came by and burned down all of your maps.
Well, that would be unfortunate. It's a good thing I have all my gold already saved.
What about okay, 200 plus. After we are done, I will come by and personally dust your store for you.
200 gold, you say, and the dusting of my entire shop? From roof to rafter, from ground and window and door?
Hey, I might be a fighter, but I know my hands are that of a worker. I know how to clean.
Interesting proposition. Roll a diplomacy check.
13.
Alas. I'll tell you what. 215 gold, and it's yours.
Okay, let's
What
go
happened
for
to
that.
210?
It went up.
It went
I
up.
think this- I
I just
think,
offered to clean this dusty store. Are you kidding me?
I
You
think this is
insolent.
I think this is what you call price haggling.
I just offered to clean this man's store from the roof to the floorboards, and he
Oh, yeah.
raises the price.
Well, Utramir, I think you might be just to compensate. You can pitch in 5 extra gold.
I can pitch in 5 extra gold. This man can take off 5 extra gold.
Maybe we should pay it before it goes back up.
Oh, this is a wise man you have here.
And for that price, it should be 200.
Oh my god!
Oh, you mean 220 gold?
Ah,
And so
Utramir.
this clearly you haven't seen business in a while.
Oh, well, that's a fair point.
I mean, this is your next paycheck right here.
I've been around for a while. I'll be around for a while longer. I have my gold stored away, you know.
That's right. That's good. However, that gold is not forever.
Oh, it is when you know where to hide it.
Okay, so I think we need it's 215 gold.
Oh, he's a sly bastard, this one. Oh, very well, 215. I like him.
Thank you. All right, so let's split that up, guys, between the 4 of us.
I mean, Utramir pays that extra 5, right?
Good point. So it's 210 between the 4 of us. So let's just I'll give shoot, 50.
That's going to be 52 gold a piece, if I'm not mistaken.
I think that is correct.
That's a lot.
Right, that's a bit of money.
Well, I have more money than I know what to do with, to be honest.
You know, I usually consider myself a charitable man, but this is testing my patience.
Well, I here's my 52 pieces of gold.
Yep. Here is mine.
And here's my 52 pieces of gold.
Very well. Here's my 52.
Oh, thank you so much. Ha.
Let me tell you this, though. If anything, even slightly, is wrong with this map, we will come back here and we will demand our money back.
Oh, big scary man.
Oh, Utramir, I think I have something cool to show you outside.
Are
Follow
you
me.
sure? Because I think this little man needs to know that I mean business.
Ciro, go show him a lap or something.
Yeah, come look at this, man. Look, Utramir.
This
I got
isn't
something
the
in
last
bag
you've
here.
heard of me. You have not heard the last of Utramir Sachel.
Thank you so much. I'll be putting it into my scroll case.
I hope this store drowns in dust.
What was your name? Utraanus Van Shell?
Oh, okay.
Let me at him. Hold me back. Hold me back.
As Utramir's making a commotion, can I go ahead and take a perception of the strategic weaknesses this place has, like security-wise?
Looks like they're... go ahead and roll a perception check.
Plus 27.
Looks like there's just a single window, kind of in the front alongside the door. Looks like there's a back room, but you can't quite see what's back there. There's kind of just a single door in the back, single door in the front, and doesn't appear to be any other entrances other than a chimney on the opposite side of the front counter.
Okay.
All right, and if you check
Hey, sir.
if you check the player folder, you'll find a new map, the Sandpoint Hinterlands.
Look at that, guys. That is a beauty of a map.
Ooh, all right.
But you boys enjoy that.
Yeah,
Take
yeah.
care.
You enjoy your dust and your gold.
Woo-hoo, I'll be counting this. Yes.
Well, guys, it sounds like we're going to be going on a little bit of an adventure.
Bye-bye, Utramis.
You didn't hear that. You didn't hear that.
Oh, I heard it. Don't worry. I won't be coming back here. No one will. You can die happy with your 52 gold for my that I've paid you.
Wow. Okay. So, wow. I'm looking at this map, guys. Where do we even begin?
Well, I may not have made the best impression on the cartographer. So
What? No.
So if you look at the Sandpoint Hinterlands map, the Sandpoint is kind of towards the center north, and the Thistletop region is just north of the Nettlewood Forest at the northeast corner of the map.
There it is.
Nettlewood is what we're looking at.
So the
yeah.
Thistletop region is north of the Nettlewood Forest.
Okay, I see it.
The coastline.
Watch out.
Oh, I'm quite familiar with that area actually.
Really?
Yeah, I grew up there.
No
you grew
way.
up there?
Wait, Marshall, right? Was it Nettlewood? Or was
I
it,
think you were
or was it Mosswood?
part. It was a bit of a mix between Nettlewood and Mosswood. Your area.
Excellent. Then yes, I grew up there.
Wow.
Gosh, we're gonna get to see your house, your family, maybe.
You will indeed.
Excellent. That puts me in the better mood. Is there any supplies we should buy while we're before we head out on this journey?
Maybe we should get some. Well, let's see. Let's take a look at our. Let's take a look at what we got.
We want to make a quick trip to the lighthouse.
Oh, that's a good
Yes.
idea.
Great call. Let's
There
do
we go.
that. Let's do it.
The lighthouse.
The old light.
The old
Okay. So you make your way to the old light. Actually, let me bring up my notes. So the old light is a bit of a old stone and brick ruin, about 50 feet tall, and sits upon kind of an outcropping just north of town. It looks like it seems to be it looks to be kind of an old ruin of what appears to be an old lighthouse of sorts, but a lighthouse of a little bit greater girth than is typical, and a little bit wider of a foundation. It looks like the stones are of a very old make, but they've survived wear and tear from the ocean's erosion pretty well, being stood up on the rocks. The tower itself is about 50 feet tall and about 20 feet wide, and it seems to be just kind of an outcropping of kind of ruined and tattered stones.
Are there any entry points?
There's a road that leads to the old light from the southeast, but it seems to be mostly just a half-ruined stack of stones. You can climb over the stones, but from your vantage point, you don't really see anything more than more ruined stones.
Well, maybe it's time to do a little hiking, guys.
Sure.
Yeah.
I have this grappling hook.
Yes, me too.
I do as well, actually.
The grapple hook family.
Whole climbing kit.
You guys must feel so cool.
Kosh,
Don't worry,
don't worry.
Kosh.
I will buy you a grappling hook. Then we can truly be a family of grappling hook. We could be a family of hookers. Grappling hookers.
I'm gonna pretend I didn't hear that. With my really loud sneeze.
What? Didn't hear what?
Nothing.
Okay.
You know what?
I don't know what he was referencing that he didn't want to hear. I mean, just talking about this coming closer is
Gotcha.
Adventures
Family and such.
of hookers, grappling hookers.
Let's climb.
All right. Go ahead and roll a climb check or athletics check.
23.
Natural 1
15.
plus 0.
Oh.
Cats always land on their feet, right?
I do land on my feet. I'd like that to point out that is a trait of mine.
Yes.
Hell yeah. Hell yeah.
Love it.
I got a 24.
Okay. All right. Let's see. Okay. So, oh shoot, what did Jordan get? Or Cyril get?
He got a what did you get, Ciro?
Oh,
15.
15. All right. Ciro, and you're all using grappling hooks?
I actually don't have mine with me, so
Grappling hook. Okay.
I'll be climbing, I guess.
I'll use mine. Maybe we can all use mine.
Okay. So Utramir managed to scale the walls fairly easily. It's about a 20-foot outcropping before it kind of flattens out to the next ledge. As does Anthar, with a little bit more difficulty. Ciro kind of scrapes along, but only just makes it to the ledge. Let's see.
Oh, nothing bad. Nothing bad.
Kaj, on the other hand, makes it about halfway and tries to grasp one of the ledges. The rock gives way, and he kind of crashes back a few feet. He manages to half catch himself at the bottom, but then he falls again about 10 feet down and takes, between the two, 10 points of fall damage.
Okay. So land on your feet. When you fall, you take only half the normal damage and don't land prone.
All right, 5 points of damage then.
Are you okay, Kaj?
I landed on my feet. But it didn't help.
We just tell you what we see.
Stay there.
I can try again.
Oh. You could try. I mean, if go for it. Actually, I believe in you, Kaj. I believe in you.
The last person you want to listen to is Utramir right now.
What are you talking about? Do you think that little cartographer could make it up here? No way. Kaj, though, he could make it.
I'll try again. Nine.
Okay. You make
Can I
it up
use
about.
the rope this time?
Alright. If you use the rope, you make it up about halfway and slip down another 5 feet. Roll again. You don't take any damage though. You managed to catch yourself well enough.
Am I doing another acrobatics or athletics roll?
Yeah.
3.
Getting all the bad rolls out of the way. Get them all out. Get them all out.
You climb up about another 5 feet and you find a particularly slick piece of rope. It falls from your grasp and you fall back 10 feet. You hit a rock and then kind of hunch over again and fall another 10 feet, taking accounting for your land on your feet. You take 5 points of fall damage.
Sweet.
You know, Kaj, I got a good idea. How about I come down and you like wrap your hands around my neck and I can bring you up. We can both get up.
That sounds great.
So as Kaj is struggling to get up the rope, the three of you are kind of like looking down at him, not really noticing what's behind you, and you hear a voice behind you saying, "You know, you can go around."
Who said that?
The three of you kind of turn around, and you find an older looking gentleman, with let's see, with a bald head and hardwood spectacles, a white, well-trimmed beard with quite a bit of. Though he has a very well-trimmed beard, he has quite a bit of ear hair kind of growing out on either side. He's wearing kind of this orange kind of flowing robe with this sash that he kind of throws over on one side. He's looking at you inquisitively, and he says again, "You know, you could, you can tell your friend he can just go around.
You could just you could just go around this whole time.
There's some stairs over there."
What?
Yo, yeet.
Gosh, they say there's some stairs over
Oh,
there.
For the mother-loving mountain spirit. Okay.
Pray tell, what is your name, good sir?
"Oh, Bordek Quick, at your service." And he kind of attempts a bow, but he looks a bit stiff in his old age, and he kind of kirks back, and you hear a real crack and from his back. And he says, "Oh, what's your fine gentlemen's names?"
Utramir Zashel, sir, at your service.
Ooh,
And I would be
Utramir.
Ciro.
And Ciro, yes. And you, my elven friend,
Anthar.
Anthar. Very nice to meet the three of you. Hopefully your less than athletic friend will be able to join us shortly.
Well, that's Kaj.
After a couple of minutes, Kaj makes his way around and finds what can vaguely be described as steps, more like a series of increasing elevation ruins that he easily scales without issue.
Oh,
The five of you come together, and the man kind of goes on. So I see that we have four trepid scholars with us. Am I right? You're looking for knowledge, yes?
yes.
Oh, yes. I love seeing the young generation. It's too bad that more people of your age don't look out for that can be known and that can be discovered. The thrill of discovery is such an invigorating thing. By Joe, I feel 65 again.
Do you live here, or what is?
Oh, well, I certainly live in town, but I just come up here about every day just to see what I can find, see what I can discover. What was that, my elven friends?
Have you found anything?
Oh, many discoveries, but mostly theories at this point. You know, I quite a literate person myself. I've spent about 20 years studying the dwarven ruins and engineers at your stuff, and another 30 years after that as a cartographer, and found and, and but as of late, I've been most interested in this particular tower. It's of sparring interest for me. I have a couple of working theories around here, but some of these people, they don't think that it has much credibility. But what do they know? They aren't as knowledgeable as I am, certainly.
What knowledge do you have?
Oh, well, I've been studying these ruins for some time, and after looking at some of the inscriptions and examining the remnant magical artifacts and remnant magical aura that surrounds this place, I've come to an interesting discovery.
Ooh. Please go on.
Do you really want to know?
Yeah,
Yeah.
absolutely.
Come close. Closer. This tower was built by gods. Gods of a crazy sort, thousands of years ago. In fact, it is my belief that this is not an ordinary tower. In fact, I do believe it was a machine of great destruction. One that could spit fireballs for miles around.
Interesting. Is it what have you found that has brought you to this conclusion? Yeah.
Well, I found a very old manuscript many, many years ago. Described a Thessalonian tower of great magnitude that were built along this coast. I do believe this is one of them. The years in the surf and the age of the thousands of years since then has certainly crumbled it to dust and, unfortunately, results in a no longer functional tower. But I do believe it was one of them.
Do you think that this would have aided in the fire that burned down the town?
God, that's nonsense. Why would you even bring up such a thing? That's crazy.
Two and two together.
God, this tower hasn't been functional for hundreds, if not thousands of years. I thought you were a scholar.
Well, my friend,
I'm not familiar with this place, but
we were told by
I suppose.
we were told by a gentleman scholar a priest he was, that we may come here because also thousands of years ago, there were many buildings constructed by these demigods, these demons and whatnot that may have something to do with that. Do you have any thoughts on
I
that?
said nothing of demons. You said this. I said nothing. You said this.
Well,
You must be referring to Father Xanthus, yes? He's the only father around here. Well, there's many fathers around here, but none of that sort of thing. What was it that you were going on about? Yes, that he had something to say about the construction of the various towers.
My friends may need to remind me, but I believe that some of there were old legends of thousands of years ago, temples being constructed, this lighthouse perhaps being one of them, due to these demons. Am I getting this right, my friends?
I think so.
A temple of a sort, yes. I suppose in the vaguest sort of terminology and nomenclature it could theoretically be considered a temple, but more arduously you might consider it a tower. A tower, yes. More of a watchtower. A citadel. Yes, a citadel. That is what it was. But one that had the power of fire. Yes! Yes, the power of fire.
How did this whole fire breathing thing work?
Magic, of course!
Ah, yes, magic.
Yes! Magic of an old sort. Magic of a great power. One that could only be controlled by someone of great strength and magnitude.
Is there a way that perhaps somebody could harness, maybe of somebody today of similar or maybe slightly lesser power, be able to harness this power that you're speaking of to do evil? Because I'm afraid we're on the hunt of somebody that is trying to do a very similar thing.
Ooh, that is a very interesting question. Something I hadn't contemplated until just this moment. However, should someone come to this tower and rebuild it and reinstate the magical aura and have the power to control it, perhaps not. Perhaps not. Probably not. Maybe, yes, maybe no. Yes, no, yes, no, yes, no.
So that's a yes. Oh, you don't know. Okay.
No, I said I knew. I know these things.
Okay.
But yes. But
Do
probably
you
not.
perhaps have any ideas who might be able to harness this potential power? What skills they may need? Who they might be?
Well, short of a demigod, I can't think of any around here, but...
But a demigod could.
Well... no. But maybe. Yes, maybe. No, probably not. Yes. No, yes.
Just to get out of curiosity, good sir, do you possess any magical abilities yourself?
Oh, I'm so glad you asked.
I'm worried you just did.
Just a moment. He turns around. He turns around and he then spins back, and you see like two little steel balls that are just flying around in his palm. He says, "Yes, it's magic."
I was worried you were gonna say, "I'll make the moon appear," and during the day, and you were going to moon us or something. So, no, I'll take the steel balls.
I don't show everybody my balls, but here they are.
You know, guys, I think I walked right into that one.
Well,
I'm losing my street cred here.
well, you got
Street cred. Ooh, that is an interesting term. I'm going to borrow that nomenclature.
Oh, please do. Zero introduced it to me.
It means that you know nothing, yes? Yes. By
Yes.
your look, yes.
Well, I know many a thing, sir. Just you know, I don't
Exactly.
I've not had any luck with cartographers today.
Oh, did I mention that I was a cartographer?
You did.
In fact, I am quite a renowned cartographer. In fact, several of the maps in the local town were made by me.
How do you feel about the local cartographer here in town?
Oh, I love him. He's a good old friend.
Uh-huh.
He's also a bastard.
See, now that part I can agree with.
Do you have any maps that perhaps you could share with us?
Ooh, just a moment. And he kind of swings back again, digs through his satchel, and he reveals kind of a napkin sort of map in front of you of the town that looks more like a children's drawing than anything else.
Oh,
Yes! This is what you get when you ask.
So is that where we are now? Or is that
Of course it is.
Are we on this line or this line?
Right.
That dot right there.
We
That
may
dot?
be wasting our
This
time
dot.
here, guys.
Not
Well,
it's not that dot.
While you guys are discussing this, I'm going to attempt to detect magic in the area.
As you detect magic, you feel a awesome power emerging from this region, but it seems to be muted in some sort. Like it at one point it was of significance, but no longer.
I think he might be onto something here, guys.
What, on the map?
Well, yes, because that's where we're at on
Wait,
the map there. But,
On that dot?
Yeah, that dot.
Um,
But I also detect that this is definitely a very magical location. Where
Of course it is. That is what I said.
Yes. As a knowledgeable man, you've told us the truth. But the power from this area has dissipated over the years, it seems.
Yes, indeed. The short man is right.
Just didn't call me the rat man.
Well, it's been a pleasure, sir. But I think we must be on our way.
Oh, off already, are we? All right, very well. I will be back to my stone collecting.
Stone collecting.
Yes. I have my balls. I need more stones.
Well, I can tell you this. I think I'm gonna whisper to the guys. I can tell you all this. I'm pretty sure he has more balls than he does brains.
What was that?
Oh, I was saying I admire your silver balls and rock
Oh.
collection.
Smart man. All right, very well.
He's one of those guys that knows a good set of balls when he sees them.
Of course, I look at them every time I go to the bathroom.
I'm sorry. What was your name again?
Oh yes.
Brood it. Quint. You want me to spell that?
Oh yes, please.
BRODERT QUINK.
Thank you very much for your time and sharing everything you have told us.
Certainly. If you ever want more knowledge, just come see me.
We'll certainly do that, sir.
But wait, did we come here on the map to see you again?
No, not this dot. That dot. Blast you.
That dot. Okay. Appreciate it. Let's take the stairs, gentlemen.
You lead the way.
All right.
Hurt there. Whew.
Anthar, do you by chance have anything to heal my wounds? I have these consumable items I'd be happy to use, but
Oh yeah, I can totally do that.
sweet. Because I have these potions. What the fuck is it? Bandages of healing, I think it is.
Yeah, I can use that.
Yeah, I have bandages of minor healing. I have 3 of them.
Okay. Yeah.
All right, so if you want to use a bandage of minor healing, Anthar, go ahead and roll a medicine check.
Oh boy. Natural 1,
Oh wow.
but
Okay.
it does go to 11.
All right, then.
This one goes to 11.
1d8.
Oh,
You attempt to wrap up Kaj's wounds, but inadvertently wrap it a little bit too tight, cutting off some circulation, doing 4 points of damage.
Oh my lord.
my god. Gosh, I'm so sorry. Let me redo this.
Do you just want some potion of minor healing? I have one of those on me.
No. I can do this myself. Can I just heal myself?
Yeah, you go ahead and attempt a medicine check.
Does it have any minuses?
By doing it yourself, no.
Okay, I'm just gonna do it myself. Appreciate the thought. Uh-oh. 12.
It's okay.
You wrap yourself up and you feel a little bit better, but your HP doesn't go up.
Great. Anthro, you want to give it one more go?
I can treat wounds, right?
I think
Yes.
so, right?
Yeah, street runes with using my bandage of healing, but it's my last one.
It's
I don't know if I want to use my last one.
No, it's one of my feats.
Oh.
Yeah.
Give it the spin.
If it's a roll,
Yeah. Oh,
alright.
beat it.
A 29.
Nice.
Wow.
Nice.
So it says upon a succession, I assume, you take 2d8 of HP.
Right. So, Anthar, you get 12 points of HP back
Damn.
after a successful heal.
Nice.
I get 12 back.
12.
Roll back.
Yep.
Nice.
Damn.
Hell yeah. Thank you, Anthar.
It's a little shaky.
Yeah, to get the shakes out for you. Really brought out the big guns.
Really got to warm up first.
Never get to stretch.
What now, gentlemen? Should we? Is there anything we should do before we head out on our journey?
Well, we better grab our horses, yeah?
Yes.
Good call.
Kind of a long trek.
Without them, right?
Yeah, it's roughly, if I was doing it correctly, it looked like it was roughly a little over 6 miles or so.
We can probably get there pretty quickly then by horseback.
Yeah.
Let's go to the stables.
All right, you make your way to the Goblin Squash stables. It looks like... I could have my thing open. Yeah, you make your way to the Goblin Squash stables. Outside, it looks like the owner and operator of the establishment is busy kind of keeping things clean and ensuring that the stables remain vacant of any defecation by the said animals. Looks like as you kind of approach and you see your 4 mounts, looks like they've been pretty well maintained and taken care of overall. Looks like Davern Hosk is just kind of getting things cleaned up as you approach. Looks like our 4 party members are back. Any more goblin ears for me?
Oh,
You have one.
Just one.
It's
Not a very successful hunt then.
unfortunately not.
The zombies got the other one, I think.
Well, as I always say, one's better than none. 1 silver piece if you want it.
Go ahead, guys.
Sweet.
Yeah.
I'll take it.
Well, I assume that since you're here, you're looking to see about your mounts. Am I right?
Yes.
Yeah.
Right. Well, we'll have to settle the tab before any of that business takes place. Mount's been here for about a week now. That'll be about 5 silver pieces per mount.
No problem.
I could pay that easy.
No problem.
They've been well maintained, groomed daily, washed every couple of days, and generally taken care of and ensure that they're ready to mount up and ride whenever the occasion calls for it. So they should be well rested and ready for your next travels.
Perfect.
You were a
Excellent.
gentleman and a scholar. You should really think, though, about getting into the cartography business. You want to make some real coins.
Cartography. Psst, spits on the ground. No honest gold in cartography.
That's
Damn
what I
straight.
say too. Right?
Listen, if you want to find more goblin ears, we're heading up north.
Would you like
Really?
to join us?
Where are you heading?
Thistletop. You like Thistletop?
You're heading to Thistletop, are you?
Yeah.
Yep. Sheriff's asked us to.
Well, all right. Well, have fun with that. Thistletop goblins are prickly bastards of a bunch. Make sure you stock up heavily on provisions before you head out. They're a tough bunch. Even I have troubles with them.
What would you recommend we gather before we head out?
Well, unless you're planning on living off the land, certainly food and provisions. Make sure you have enough water to get you started. You can certainly find creeks and rivers on your way there, so you won't die of thirst, thankfully. You will, however, if you're looking at fighting any of these little bastards, you'll likely want to stock up on any kind of provisions to ensure a long life, if you know what I mean. Any kind of supplies for taking care of wounds or treating of wounds. Perhaps a couple of magic potions. You might stop by the alchemist to see about that. Beyond that, just make sure you're well provisioned with general adventuring gear and try not to die.
That's excellent advice.
Oh, one other thing. Make sure you're well covered. The thistles of Thistletop are prickly bunch.
Prickly bunch, huh?
Indeed.
Interesting. Okay. Thank you.
Right, well, here are your mounts. Good travels, and hope you don't end up dead.
Not only will we not be dead, you may want to hope that not all the goblins are wiped out. So you have some to fight with. Later.
One more thing. If you come across any goblin heroes or chieftains, bring me back their head, and I'll give you a fair price for that. A little bit more than a couple of silver pieces just for their ears.
Ooh. What about demon heads?
I don't trade in demon heads.
Oh, interesting. Okay.
You really got to burn that somewhere.
Man, I thought that was such a smart idea.
No reward for demon heads.
I guess just sending them back to hell, right?
I suppose. I can't say. Most of the demons I've come across are of the goblin variety.
Good point.
That and ex-wives.
Oh, interesting. Ex-wives.
Ex-wives, huh?
Interesting. Let's go. Before I say anything stupid.
That's a good idea. Man, I really want to go visit this alchemist now. I think we should probably go to like maybe the general store though first. Maybe gather up some provisions, some food and.
As far as provisions, I believe I can provide us with a little bit of food at least. I am quite familiar with nettlewood at least. I haven't been to thistlewood
okay.
too much, but I'm proficient in those areas. I'm sure I could do a little bit of hunting. As far as healing, most of the things I need I can find in the woods, minus the cloth, of course, to find some bandages of healing. But of course, all of that takes time, so you may need to cover my night's watch while we're traveling.
Be more than happy to do that, Kaj.
If there's water nearby, like he says, I still have my fishing tackle to get some fish.
Oh, yes. Good idea.
There is Thistle River that cuts right through Nettlewood, I believe.
Ooh. I think we got ourselves a spot for fishing then.
Heck yeah, look at that. Yeah, right there. Thistle River.
I think I'm ready to go whenever you. I don't need anything myself.
I would like to visit the alchemist shop to see if I could purchase some potions, maybe some healing potions to help us along the way.
Okay.
How about
Right, if you're looking to see about the alchemist, there's we actually have two in town. The Pillbug's Pantry, excuse me. Run by Oliver. He's a fat bastard, but he makes a decent potion. Then there's Bottle Solutions, younger guy, half elf, I think. Little bit naive, but he can brew up a fair potion.
Young and naive, huh? Sounds right up our alley.
Yeah.
I think Taj and I, we're gonna meet you guys at the North Gate.
Okay.
Actually, I'll join you guys because I don't have any need to go to Alchemist.
Well, I mean, we shouldn't leave Ciro alone, so.
I guess that's a good point. I'll go with Zero. You two can go to the North Gate. We'll meet you there.
Okay.
All right.
So
Let's
who's
go
going
to the bottle
to the alchemist shop?
Hey,
That's me.
I'll
Which
go
one
with
are you going
Alchemist.
to?
Woo!
Which one are you going to?
I think we should go to Bottled Solutions. I'm cool with the young and naive guy. He might be a little wet behind the ears, but I don't know.
Who's going to the alchemy? Okay. Oh, okay. Maybe Utramir. Maybe I do need your help.
Oh, okay. I'll go with you. Anthar.
Gosh, yeah. Let's do it, man.
Yeah, buddy.
All right, we'll take care of the alchemist shop first. So you make your way to the alchemist shop. Small shop. Cobblestone front and cobblestone sides. Triangular roof. Fits pretty unnoticeably into the rest of the architecture of the town. Had it not been for the blatant sign out front that reads "Bottled Solutions," you probably would mistake it for any other shop or small residence in town. As you make it through, you see kind of a open display of various bottles of sizes and shapes, anywhere from about a half an ounce to about 12 ounces, or some of the larger containers as much as several liters in size. On one side of the wall, it looks like there's a kind of a series of shelves with different sorts of plants that you don't quite recognize, of varying colors, mostly green, but you see some purple, some red, some yellow, a little bit of orange, even a little bit of pink. One window kind of feeds the sunlight into kind of these varying layered and leveled shelves of plants. Kind of pacing around and kind of mixing a few things together using a mortar and pestle is a young man, a half-elf, with pointed ears and short, kind of matted hair. His hair is sleeked back and oiled back, kind of dark in tone. His nose kind of almost like a pig's nose. It kind of squishes in on itself. It looks like, though he is a half-elf, he lacks all the kind of nobility and distinguishment of the race. He sees that you come through his door and yells out, "Ah, yes, customer. How can I help you, you fine gentleman?"
Thank you, sir. I would like to procure some maybe potions of healing, if you have any in store.
Very good choice. I have a few potions of healing in stock, in fact. Let me see what we have. A few minor potions of healing, as well as a few lesser potions of healing. A couple of moderates, and one or two greaters, but frankly, the greaters are quite expensive. You might be better off with the minors, or perhaps the lessers, or perhaps the moderates.
How much would a moderate run us?
Well, let's see. The moderates, that will run you, say 50 gold apiece.
Okay, how about the lesser?
Well, let's see. The lesser, each one of those, that'll run you about 12 gold apiece.
Okay. And the minors?
Oh, those are a paltry 4 gold apiece.
Okay. Let's see. And how much do we get for that? 12 gold. Is it a vial's worth, or is it
Each one will be a vial. Each is about an ounce or so in volume. Suitable for minor scrapes and scratches and that sort of thing. Lesser, bit more significant if you have a bit more of a scrape or a tussle with said ruffians. That might be a bit more suitable. Moderates, certainly useful. Might be a bit strong. It might cause a little bit of a stomachache for those that are less inclined to its effects.
Well, I think I will buy 2 potions of lesser healing then.
Oh, a fine choice, good sir. Just a moment. And he kind of scrapes around and looks for a couple of potions, and he kind of grabs a couple and puts them into a bag and hands them off to you. Each of those lesser potions of healing grant... Well, I'll go ahead and I'll take... well, for your information, it's 2d8 plus 5 HP.
Wow, that's really good.
Compared to the which is 1d8.
That's fantastic.
Yeah.
Wow.
Price. What was the difference again?
It was 12 and 4.
Wow,
Oh no.
that's pretty darn good. I'm sorry, I don't know.
Will there be anything else that I could interest you in?
Yes, I'm a bit of a amateur alchemist. I haven't really had much success personally. I've had much more success with like herbalism and such. Do you have any advice
Fine,
as a
fellow practitioner? Very interesting.
yes? Do you have any advice for me as a person more dabbling at this point, trying to get a little more adept at it?
Well, I can certainly say experimentation is always a good thing, especially with new recipes. Having something to go off of is certainly helpful and very advantageous. In fact, I might even have a couple of recipes lying about. Just a moment here. He scrapes around and looks kind of almost half frantically, trying to find something that might meet your needs. Yes, here we are. This might suit your needs nicely. It is a recipe for a decoction of rose and sage. You might find it useful for various adventuring, or if you come across various bands or ruffians, or that sort of like. It'll help you with ensuring that you stay limber and ready to go for the next fight. Help heal any kind of wounds that you might be suffering from.
Oh, I would love to have this. What are you asking for it?
Well, knowledge is, as you know, a commodity. So for this recipe, being a fellow practitioner, I would relinquish it for a mere 10 gold pieces.
10 gold pieces.
For yeah.
I would love to pay that. Unfortunately, my pocketbook has been stretched just absolutely thin defending the town, and we just had to buy this map so we could go on an adventure to save the town once more. You might have heard we're the defenders of Sandpoint. We've attacked goblins numerous times while they were attacking the town. Could you do, say, 5? I really can't afford any more.
Roll a diplomacy check.
Oh, natural 20.
5, you say? Well, under normal circumstances, I certainly wouldn't reduce my price by 50%, but given the fact you have certainly been a help to Sandpoint and certainly been stories I've heard have been of interest, 5 gold is an agreeable price.
Thank you so much. We will for sure put this to honorable and good deeds.
So go ahead and add to your character sheet. Just make a note that you go ahead and add it in your spell section. Decoction of rose and sage, and you can refer to the homebrew healing documentation for recipe on how to specifically make that.
I'm sorry. So spell name.
Okay.
Decoction of rose and sage.
Okay. And description. What was that?
Just look at the homebrew documentation on homebrew healing.
Okay.
All right. Anything else from? Well, will there be anything else that you'd like?
No, I think it's you've done a lot. I really appreciate it. Sir, what was your name again?
What was my name? Nisk Tandar.
Thank you, Nisk. You've been a very kind gentleman. I appreciate it. I just want to let you know I
Wait,
chose
they're
your shop
writing his name.
over the other shop because I had a lot of faith in you, man.
Well, faith is certainly welcome here. Thank you so much for coming in. Hope to see you again very, very soon.
Thank you. We're gonna leave. We're gonna leave.
We're leaving.
We are leaving.
I'm not seeing decoction of rose and sage on here. I'm seeing other decoctions, but not rose and sage.
Okay, it might be. It might just be a new addition. I'll add it. I'll go ahead and add it. All right, so let's go ahead and move to Anthar and Utramir. What are you two up to?
So Utramir, listen. I know you want to do good for the town and all, but there are some people that are just undeserving of your honor and graciousness.
That cartographer.
Yeah, you got it. What do you say? I mean, he's obviously scamming the whole town. What do you say we do some justice?
Do some justice.
Cool.
All right, let's get this guy. What's the plan?
Well, you have my climber's kit, right?
Yes.
Yeah. Here, I'll switch you my fishing tackle real quick for the climber's kit.
Perfect.
Or yeah, what do you think about this actually? Because I was thinking about sneaking into the chimney while you put on a performance.
Oh, okay. Maybe come back in demanding my money back, maybe, or hey, what is what is this? You say that give us discounts, but that is no discount according to.
Yeah, I mean you could use broad dirt, whatever Quink, as a resource. I don't know, maybe.
Yeah, that's a good idea. Oh, okay, I like that.
I'm not sure. I don't know how I was gonna go down.
I think it's a good idea though. Let's show this guy what's what.
Cool. All right.
I'll trade you. I'm pretty sure I still have it. Let me double check my. Oh, maybe I gave it back to you. Actually, I don't have it in my inventory.
Oh, right. Okay, it's actually on my horse. So.
Oh, okay.
I'll just put my fishing tackle on my horse. Swap it for the climbing kit.
Perfect. All right. So should I go in first, or should I wait for you to get up by the chimney?
Yeah, I'm gonna park my horse a little further down the road.
Good idea.
And I'll come from the back side of the building, and so give me 2 minutes.
Okay. And then I'll show him what's what.
I really hope this works.
We'll see what happens. All right. All right. I'll open the door. Go in.
All right, I'm gonna use the climbing kit to go up the rooftop.
So it's about midday, 2:00 at this point. Are you trying to scale the wall at about 2 in the afternoon.
Yes, very stealthily.
Okay, roll a stealth check and an athletics check.
Stealth check is 16.
Ooh.
Okay,
And you said athletics?
athletics, yeah.
A 24.
So you managed to scale up just fine. You do catch the eye of a couple of onlookers, but they haven't. They're kind of looking at you, and they're kind of keeping an eye on you, but they haven't quite done anything past that at this point.
Okay.
They're just kind of more curious than anything, kind of seeing what's going to happen and kind of hoping that you just fall, and they can laugh at you. Looks like there's just kind of a band of 3 kids.
Okay. That's nothing to worry about.
All right. And do you want to keep going actually before I open the door?
Sure. I'm gonna kind of see if I can fit in the chimney with my nimble body.
It's yeah, it's not. All right, I'll leave it. I'll leave it to chance.
Oh, all right.
Freaking damn it! All right, it's a sizable enough chimney where you can only just barely squeak through. But yeah, you have to roll another athletics check or acrobatics check to make the attempt. But it is, in theory, large enough to hold you.
I gotta pull up my stats here. Hold on. Acrobatics?
Acrobatics. Yep. You're sneaky and snaking your way through the. Freaking okay. Yeah, you're.
I got a 24.
Wow.
Somehow you managed to sleek your way down the chimney. You're covered in soot and dirt. You if anyone were to look at you, you would look like you had a entirely black cloak and black clothing on. You're pitch black in soot. You're now inside the cartographer's shop, which is. It looks like the cartographer's still there. Go and roll a stealth check.
16.
18?
16.
You step on a couple of sheets of paper that are just kind of on the ground, and you slip back for a moment, catch yourself, and despite all odds, it looks like he hasn't noticed your presence yet.
That's when I open the door. Hey, what's your face? Are you
Oh.
selling us?
Ooh, the anus has come back.
Yes. Yes, he has. And let me tell you something. You are selling us bad goods.
Ooh, I sell the best goods just at a high price.
Not according to our new friend Broderick Quink.
Ooh, Quink, yes, he's a very good friend of mine. Draws a few of my maps.
Oh, yes. Well, according to him, this map is full of errors. You have sold us a poorly made map.
Ooh, I sell only the best maps.
Yeah, that's not going to cut it, my friends. See, we have saved this town already. And now you try and
Yes,
sell
I've
us
heard.
bad goods.
Good goods.
We're going to have some words. I want,
We are having words. I have words, you have words.
Would you like to talk to the sheriff about this?
Oh, yes. He's a good friend of mine.
Oh, yes, because it seems like he's a good friend of ours, too.
Oh, interesting.
You see, the problem is, I just don't know what the deal was. I offered to clean your place, and you're like, oh, let's bump up the price. I don't get you, man. That's the problem here.
Did you ever consider that I like my dust?
You like dust?
Yes!
That shit gets in your lungs, man.
That's how I know I'm alive.
Oh, that's kind of sad, actually. Now that you say that, I kind of feel a little bad now.
You should. You're an anus.
Wow, just I felt bad for you for a second, man. Then you pulled that shit on me. Hell with that. Hell with that.
Let's search the back room.
You want the back room? Sure. Roll another stealth check.
This guy.
17.
All right, you make it to the back room. Looks like the door is locked. It seems that Xantut is preoccupied speaking with Utramir, and he hasn't noticed your presence just yet.
I'm gonna pick the lock.
Roll a thievery check.
Ooh. Uh, 22.
Nice.
22. All right. And Utramir, you're trying to keep him occupied at this point?
Yeah.
You spend a minute attempting the lock to open the lock, only to have several lockpicks break. It's still locked.
Oh.
You know what your problem is, man? You think you're quirky and shit, but you're just mean. You are just a meanie. I don't care for that.
Oh, that's okay. Still, somebody, yeah, you can't have everybody like you. That's okay. I don't like you.
Well, actually, now that you put it that way, that's actually not a bad way to look at life. Maybe not everyone has to like you, right? Like maybe it's like maybe people can like just be okay with people not liking other people. Like wow, you've kind of opened my eyes a little bit, man.
I'm so happy. I'm so happy to hear that. For example, I don't like you.
And I'm okay with that now. I kind of look at that and I'm like, I'm okay with that because I don't like you, you don't like me, and we're okay with that.
Hey, as long as you have gold to buy the maps, that's all I care about.
That's a great point. I mean, we don't have to like each other if we buy stuff from you.
Roll a diplomacy check because you're clearly bluffing and you're clearly just biding for time. So,
natural 20.
All right. Well, he believes every freaking word that you're saying.
My psychologist back at home would tell me of stuff like this, like, hey, Utramir, you need to, be a little more accepting of people who don't like you. And, maybe that's like repressed, like from my childhood. My brother was a real bastard. I wonder if that has something to do with it.
Well, perhaps. I mean, orcs have never been known for their brotherly affection.
I don't know, man. I had some, I've heard tales of, brother orcs, because usually, they're usually twins, triplets, etc. But they just get along no matter what. You could cut off a toe, you could, slice open a face like mine, and you could say, hey, don't worry about it, we're orcs. But that's just not the case. Maybe I need to be a little more accepting of that's just the way things are.
Maybe you do. Anthar, you can make it another attempt if you like. He's
Okay.
If you want to make another attempt, yeah, you can make another attempt if you like.
Okay. I'll
Uh,
make.
Anthar needs to make, or Utramir needs to make another diplomacy check, however.
Natural 20, baby.
Yeah.
What? What?
All right.
Absurd.
Anthar, what'd you get?
A 17.
Spend about 4 minutes this time trying to pick that lock to no success.
Let's search the back counter.
What's that?
Can I search the back counter? Like,
Vuzut is on the back or behind the back counter or behind the counter. There's no back counter.
oh, okay. Can I search for valuables?
Roll a perception check.
I can see everyone but Anthar.
Everyone
Same here.
was frozen for a moment there.
Should I leave and come back real quick?
Yeah, go ahead.
Okay.
All right, we'll take a quick break here. And we're back. All right. Where we left off, Utramir is charming our local cartographer, while Anthar is attempting to break into the back room. Each of you, if you want to continue the said operation, go ahead and roll a diplomacy check and a thievery check, respectively.
Well, that's a natural 20.
Oh,
Baby.
Okay.
15.
All right. As you, Anthar, you managed to pick the lock and before I get into that, what's the total? Not just the natural 20, but the total.
28.
Okay. So as you attempt to pick the lock, you manage to open it up, and the door opens with a short little squeak, but nothing too terribly loud. Utramir, however, or Zunnut, however, hears the squeak and begins to turn his head. While Utramir is talking to him, he's slowly turning his head.
Oh my god!
What? What?
I just realized. Oh my god. You good sir. Speaking of my brother, you must have traveled the area to create these maps, correct?
Well, well-versed cartographer certainly needs to have a fair amount of travel involved, yes.
By chance have you ever seen a half-orc with one hand?
I have heard of a tale of a half-orc, yes, with one hand, I do believe. In fact, I heard a story about half-orc in such a description that lacked a hand, but in its place had a peculiar sort of dagger, short sword of a kind, with jagged teeth like that of a shark.
Wow. Where, pray tell, did you hear of this? Do you know where he was supposedly seen?
Well, I didn't hear where that came from, but just heard of a band of a merchant caravan that had the illest fortune to run across his band. I suppose in somewhere east of here.
East of here. All right, that is fantastic.
Perhaps south of here. Who really knows? Who remembers these things?
Well, if you are ever out and about again and you hear something, I could come by and ask. I am sorry for earlier. As an orc, I have a short temper. It's not an excuse, but it's, I'm sorry about that.
Well, apology accepted. It's always nice to hear an orc come up against his unfortunate heritage, and certainly nice to hear such things.
Yes, it is. Orcs are, we are angry people for the most part. I'm saying this, and in my mind, I'm like, oh, fuck this guy. But I'm looking for my brother. He is the one with this one hand.
Ooh, interesting. You do say so.
Mm-hmm. That is why I'm so interested in this. If you ever hear anything, if you could pass along any information, I would appreciate it. I am looking for him.
Ooh, well, I certainly will hear. Keep an ear out for such things, such developments.
I appreciate it. I just realized that as we were sitting here talking. We had this breakthrough. We had the breakthrough.
Well, that's very nice. If there's nothing else, I'll say adieu, and until your next map purchase, have a very fond day.
Well, actually, now that you say it, I might want to at least look at your eastern and southern maps. If my brother is in any of those areas, I'd love to take a brief look.
He kind of looks at you and kind of looks up and down you a little bit and remarks with, "I don't think you can afford those."
Oh well, not to buy. I would just like to reference, if you wouldn't mind.
Unfortunately, this is not a library.
Does the library carry maps of your?
No, they don't. Maybe they do. I don't know.
Not just the peak, please. I mean, I have traveled far and wide.
No.
All right. Well. I appreciate the talk. Again, I'm sorry about earlier. And I hope that good fortune smiles upon you.
Fortune upon you as well, Anus.
Thank you, sir. Have a good one. Don't walk out the door now.
We're gonna move back to Anthar. Anthar, you managed to make your way into the back room. It's a fairly small room, more of a somewhere between an office and a broom closet. On one side, you find a small shelf with a couple of pieces of parchment, small desk, about halfling-sized desk, and a strong box, an iron strong box on top. Nothing else of particular note other than a couple of candles that are currently unlit.
Yeah, let's see what's in the strong box.
It is locked.
Shoot. Okay. How big is it?
It's about 8 by 4 inches or so.
Okay, so I could probably easily lift it. Yeah.
Yeah, I mean you can. It's made of iron, so it's fairly heavy. But yeah, you can easily lift it. As you lift it, it kind of clinks around a little bit. Sounds like there's metal inside.
Like gold pieces.
It's hard to tell.
What else was in there? Did you say?
A couple of pieces of parchment, a few books, a couple of candles, with on bronze candle holders, but nothing of ink and quill, nothing of particular note.
Are there any like I don't know, like hatches or
like trapdoors?
Yeah.
Roll a perception check.
At 22.
You find a creaky wood plank, and underneath the wood plank, you find a brown leather satchel.
Yeah, I'm gonna take the brown satchel, or I guess check what's inside it.
It has an iron skeleton key.
Would this go? I'm gonna see if it goes to the iron box.
As you open up the box, you find that it clicks and unlocks.
Oh, nice. I open it.
Inside, you find Wait. Let's do. $412 copper pieces. Make a note of this somewhere.
I got you.
101 gold pieces. Or excuse me, 101 silver pieces.
Okay.
And one. Actually. And 64 gold pieces. Let's do
Okay. I'm gonna just take all that,
All right.
and I'm going to go out the back door.
It's a one-way in room.
Is it?
It is.
Is there windows, perchance?
Doesn't look like it.
Okay.
Actually, let me roll. I'll let the chance decide. The die decide. Nope, there are no windows.
Okay. I'm going to close the box, lock it, put the key back in the satchel, put the board back over it, exactly how I found it.
As you attempt to put everything back the way you find it, you realize how much soot you're dragging around the entire room.
I realized that.
Everything that you touched is covered in soot.
Oh, good. All right, I'm gonna sneak back into the opening room.
Roll a stealth check.
A 16. Oh, jeez.
As you move back into the door opens and it creaks just a little bit more. Wundhut looks in your direction and realizes that there is a humanoid man in front of him, absolutely blanketed in soot. He stares at you square, and he in fact, he doesn't quite know what to do. He's just a little bit frozen in disbelief. What do you do?
I yell, "The goblins are coming," and run straight out the store. Like a maniac.
As you run out the store, I'm going to run back towards the door and say, "Oh my god, did you see that thing? That was a horrible demon. We found one of those in the catacombs earlier."
You're speaking to Wundhut?
Yep.
What are you talking about? That was a man, and he was covered. He was covered in soot.
That was no man. I don't care what you tell me. I just saw that thing and slayed something like that. Look at this head. That's the same head.
What are you talking about? Guards! Where are the guards?
What are you talking about?
He's calling the guard.
That is a demon.
Guards! No, that is a man. That is definitely a man.
Have you ever seen a demon before?
No?
Oh, neither had I until
Well, I don't
went
care.
into your
Guards!
bloody
Where are the
catacombs.
guards? That at this point, the guards are kind of collecting and kind of coming in the direction. At the Utramir, you see 6 guards on coming towards you and Vusnut.
Guards, this way, this way.
Vusnut exclaims out and yells out, "Guards! Robber! I found a robber! He's the man covered in soot! You can see his footsteps right there! Follow him!
Guards, wait, this way, this way.
Yeah, the guards are not paying any attention to you, Tremere. They're following the footsteps.
Following the footsteps. Oh,
I mean, go ahead and roll a diplomacy check, but it's going to be a tough one.
22.
Not enough. Anthar, what are you doing?
I go north, towards the beach there. Oh wait. Yeah, I'm gonna hightail it into the ocean.
All right. You're going straight north.
Yeah.
All right. Roll a athletics check.
Okay.
Gosh, I'm so glad we're not caught up in this.
Right?
Ooh.
19.
Okay. CV. So you managed to outrun about half of the guards, but the 3 are still actively pursuing you as you hop over the cliff. Roll a acrobatics check.
24.
Right. Actually, that'd be... As you hop over the cliff, without knowing what's below you, you fall in. Let's see, 2:00. You fall into a shallow pool of water and take 6 points of damage. The guards are looking down below, looking above you, and they see that the soot's kind of like falling off and melting away from you as the waves kind of crash against you. From where you are, there's a kind of a sheer cliff face heading north, and there's a kind of a sand beach to the west of you. 3 of the guards are looking down at you, and then shortly following, the other 3 guards are right behind, and they also are looking down below you. What do you do?
I swim deeper into the ocean.
Deeper into the ocean. Okay.
I'm going north.
Roll a athletics check.
A 23.
No, I have my story.
You managed to make it about 30 feet, 40 feet north before the waves just start to really crash in on you, to the point where you're making no headway. At this point, 3 of the guards have moved down to the beach and are kind of looking and keeping an eye on you, while the other 3 seem to have left. Two guards seem to be at the cliff face, and 1 guard seems to have vanished. What do you do?
Okay. I head to the shoreline where the cliffs are, and barrow my head out of distance from them.
Barrow, the the entire kind of coast is pretty much sheer cliff, and there's not really any place to hide there. It's just water and cliff.
Okay. All right. Well, I'll continue down the north bank, I guess.
Okay. Roll an athletics check. Or yeah, athletics.
15.
You begin to take on water, and your strength is beginning to give out on you a little bit. At this point, you kind of look back and you see that a small rowboat is behind you, probably about 40 feet.
All right.
What do you do?
I'm gonna drop all the silver and all the copper that I had collected and continue north.
Roll a. Roll a thievery check first. To drop try to grab and then drop your loot.
27.
All right, you managed to pretty easily grab from your pocket and then release the gold, silver, and copper pieces that you found at the cartographer's shop. Roll an athletics check.
All right. 18.
You continue to kind of tread water. At this point, the rowboat, now you can see it's being powered by 4 guards. It's about 10 feet away from you. What do you do?
I'm gonna... what direction is the water going?
You mean high tide, low tide?
Yeah.
It's going into high tide.
Okay, that should be good then.
No, it's going in. No, it's about low tide going into high tide.
Yeah. I mean, I would figure that would be okay, but okay.
I
Wow.
genuinely can't look.
How many are on the boat?
There are four guards.
Oh, nice. Okay, cool. Oh, okay. You know what? I'm gonna yell at them. Actually,
What do you yell?
don't worry about it. I got them.
Roll a diplomacy check, I guess.
17.
They don't believe you, shockingly, and they row right alongside. And one of them, a fairly large guard, even by like human standards, grabs you with one hand and lifts you out of the water and flops you down into the boat like a sad fish. One of the other guards quickly clasps you in chains and irons, and while the other 2 guards restrain you, one on either end.
Okay.
Well, citizen, it looks like you're going to have to explain yourself to the sheriff.
Oh, me and the sheriff are great friends, actually.
I would hope so. He doesn't look kindly on thievery.
Do you even know who I am, by the way?
Dead man walking.
No. I did your job while you were gone.
they seem to be less inclined to listen to you and more inclined to just rowing back to Sandpoint.
Nice. Okay.
Nice.
After a couple of minutes of rowing, they come up on the beach, kind of, or they kind of row around Trapper's Isle and the Old Light and make it back into Sandpoint Harbor. At which point you see the sheriff is standing on the harbor waiting for the boat to dock.
Oh my god.
Release your guards, I'm trying to do my job. You said Thistletop, right? That's that way.
The sheriff, after they dock the boat, the two guards are still restraining you, and the sheriff walks up, his cape kind of flowing behind him and fluttering in the coastal breeze. Well, this is certainly a sad series of events. I had hoped to think you were on your way to Thistletop at this point, not attempting a thievery attempt on one of the honest and good-spirited citizens of Sandpoint.
Listen, I was definitely trying to go make my way to Thistletop. Believe me.
Roll a diplomacy check.
18.
Well, even if that were true, the evidence is stacked against you. We have several eyewitness accounts that pin you as a perpetrator for a thievery attempt at the Way North, the local cartographer's shop. And what exactly do you have anything to say in your defense?
You know that guy's crazy, right?
That is not up for debate at this point. The question is, did you or did you not attempt to rob a citizen of Sandpoint?
Listen, Hemlock, I don't know how many jobs we have to do for you, but this is how it gets done. By heading north.
While I am certainly grateful at the assistance that you've provided to Sandpoint, such a reckless and
Oh my god.
attempt cannot be overlooked. Guards, take him to the barracks.
At all.
The guards, as you try to continue to talk your way out of it, the guards listen to their sheriff and take you to the barracks in town.
Holy crap.
We might
Gosh,
just
we got an alibi, dude. We got a fucking alibi.
Well, I'm going to run up to the sheriff, unless something has happened to me in the meantime.
it looks like they've kind of overlooked you at the moment, and they're mostly interested in Anthar. You can run up to the guards as they're taking Anthar to the barracks.
Guards, this man, you cannot do this to this man. This man is an honorable man. He has been put under a spell by this demon.
Don't listen to him, you hear from one from behind. You see three children that behind you, and one of them looks like the leader says, "Don't listen to him. He was in the shop when the guy that was trying to get up the chimney. He's lying. He's a liar."
You call Utramir Zashel a liar.
Are you trying to? What are you trying to do?
I'm just gonna run with this. They are children. I came into the Cartographer to talk to him because I had gotten angry with him earlier, and I came to apologize. That had nothing to do with this. Plus, these children, they are correct in that my friend has probably done something, but he did not do it of his own accord.
Roll a diplomacy check.
We're talking 27.
Well, we should still take a statement. You come with us.
I will, and I intend to clear my friend's name. There is deep evil magic that has caused this to happen.
Well, in either case, we'll sort all this out. Come with us, and we'll come to the barracks and sort all this out.
That we will, and I will have a word with the sheriff.
Well, you can try.
You got it.
So Utramir and Anthar make their way to the barracks. Kaj and Ciro, what are you doing while all this unfolds?
Well, I assume that we hear a little bit of commotion. We're like 2 blocks, maybe 3 blocks away from the cartographer's shop. So I guess we go see what's causing all the commotion.
All right, as you kind of get closer to the source of the commotion, the source of the screams, you see that everything's kind of died down at this point, and you see Utramir and Anthar in irons and chains being escorted by the guards, while Utramir, unbound, is following the 6 guards.
Utramir, Anthar, what's going on?
It's terrible, my friends. He has been cursed by the demon head that we brought with us. I can't believe it. Ciro, you remember that demon in the catacombs said that enchantment? It said those things to us, and it got to Anthar. Look at him. See, look at that. We need to destroy the head.
I think you're right. That's evil.
I've never seen Anthar like that before. I can certainly say that. Maybe you want to take that head to the sheriff, though.
But our friend is in trouble. He is still thrashing about. Look at that.
Let me see if there's any let me detect if there's any magic over this.
Please do.
You do not find any magic.
I sense a dark magic emanating from the head. Something I've never really seen before.
Are you trying to convince the guards of this?
Yes.
Roll a diplomacy check.
Both of us or just him?
Just him. Just Sarah.
Nine.
Oh.
One of the guards looks at the other guy and says, "I think he's full of bullshit. What do you think?" "Yeah, he's probably full of shit."
Well, there's no crime for that. Let's
Probably
go,
shouldn't
Cod.
listen to him.
Whoa, Ciro, you cannot let our friend. They just said what you said was bullshit. Are you kidding me? You're a great sorcerer. You know magic.
Yeah. So, Kaj, you want to go to get something at the the Rusty Dragon?
I say enough of this. This head is corrupting our friend. Let's destroy it now.
Please, let's do. Is there a fire nearby?
There's a brazier.
Oh my god.
You guys made it into the barracks, and you kind of in that open courtyard. There's a couple of braziers lining the walls. There's 5 or 6 of them.
Is the sheriff nearby?
He has not come in just yet. You don't see you don't see the sheriff.
All right. Am I are Kaj and I nearby? Or like close to each
I think
other,
everyone
whisper?
I think everyone's at the courtyard, right? At this point. Yeah, everyone's nearby.
Gosh, I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to convince. We have to make it look like once the head is destroyed, that Anthar is taken out of the spell. We need to somehow convince everyone that that's the case. All right, guards, please, you're not listening. I myself do not believe in magic. I do not believe in superstition until I went into those catacombs and what I've seen happen to my friend. Please, you have to believe us.
Roll diplomacy.
Natural fucking 20, motherfucks.
What's the total?
We're talking 27.
Two of the guards that are holding Anthar look at each other, look back at you, look at each other. Well, maybe he does have a point. Some of these demons, they do have unnatural abilities, even after death. But I'm not going to put my butt on the line. We'll let the sheriff sort all this out. For now, Anthar, you're thief. You'll have to spend your time in the barracks, and in the brig.
I love the darkness.
See, look at that. You hear what he says? Quick, bring a fire to me. Let me destroy the head.
I've never seen my friend like this. We must destroy it now.
Yes, please. Guards, bring a fire. Bring something.
The braziers are large and heavy. There's no way to really move them easily without two people. But you could walk. There's one about 20 feet away.
All right, gonna walk towards it. And what, do I have to, like, chuck it to try and get the head up?
The brazier itself is about...
or can I lift it off?
It's kind of like an iron basket with kind of an iron tray behind it to catch the ashes. Looks like there's a couple of fresh pieces of wood on top. It looks like it's burning pretty steadily. The opening to the brazier itself is about 2 feet in diameter.
All right, Ciro, I'm going to need your help over here in case we need to contain the evil spirits. Ciro, come here. Ciro.
Okay, I'm coming, Utramir.
All right. Here's what we're going to do. I'm going to throw the head up. I don't know what magic we have up your sleeve, but you need to convince them that once the head has burned, the evil has been has dissipated, is gone, disappeared. Do you think there's something you could do for that?
I guess I could have a ghost sound pop out of the fire.
Oh,
like something screaming.
Do that. Have it scream. I relinquish him.
Oh, I can only make noises. I can't make it say anything.
Or can you? Oh, how about I throw the head up, and once it lands in the fire, use your magic to force it back out, and have it scream.
I guess I could use.
I will make it seem like, look at that. See, it's still alive. It is.
Okay, I could do it. I guess I could use it as a telekinetic projectile in a sense.
Absolutely. Just combine the two and we'll make it work. All right. Guards, look out. This could get very dangerous. This is dark magic.
The entire time that you two were talking, the two guards were kind of watching you, and it was kind of like a car wreck. You couldn't quite look away, and you're just so curious to see what happens next. Where even though they're supposed to take Anthar to the brig, they're just like, "Hey, want Want to see what happens next? I mean, might as well. We got nothing better to do other than take this guy to the brig. Yeah, okay, let's watch it.
All right, chuck it up into the fire.
I guess I'll use a telekinetic projectile to grab it and throw it up in the air.
Holy shit, that was weird.
And then maybe I'll use my ghost sounds to emanate from the general area of the head. Just to make out a massive, nasty scream.
What does that scream sound like?
So let's see here. It is
No.
It's-
What does it sound like?
Make the scream. You scream.
Oh, holy shit! That was a demon. That was a demon voice if I ever did see one.
Right, guards, what's a see?
What do you think about that, guard Bob? Damn it, Jerry, that was something. I don't know what to say about that.
Have you ever seen anything like that in your life?
I've never seen a thing like that in my life. Yeah, me neither. God, it's too bad.
Anthar, are you okay?
What happened?
I don't know. The demon that must have put a spell on you.
Why am I in chains?
The demon told you to steal.
Steal? That's pretty unlike me.
I've never known anyone I've ever traveled with to do something like this.
This is the first time I've stolen from anyone.
I detest thievery.
Both of you roll diplomacy checks.
Oh my god. Cyril wants to be invisible.
25.
I got a natural 20.
Oh!
Both of the guards are pretty darn sure that you're telling the truth, but not so sure that they're willing to release you. They're more fearful of what reprisals the sheriff might have should you guys be released and you're in fact guilty of said crimes.
I feel like a weight has just uplifted from my body. Like a part of me is now whole again.
Anthar, I mean, my friend, we will. Oh my gosh, I cannot believe this. I didn't believe in demons until now. I believe that they are real.
Oh man! Wow. So what happened?
You stole money because the demon must have told you to. Remember when we were in the catacombs and it was invisible and it said all that weird stuff to us? I think that was putting a hex or a curse on us.
No, that's like the last thing I remember.
Really? When we were down in the catacombs?
Yeah.
Oh my gosh. I can't believe it. It's had control of you the whole time. It knew that even if we killed it.
What day is it? Like it's like bright out now.
Oh my gosh. It really has been. It really took control of you.
Well, this must be a huge misunderstanding.
Absolutely. We are going to get this cleared up right now. Where is the sheriff?
The acting feat.
At that grand note, I think that's where we're going to conclude tonight.
Dang it.
Oh my god.
Anthar still in chains, still clad in chains. I think that's where we're going to end the night.
Wow.
Thank you so much to those watching, both on stream and via YouTube. And check out the rest of our episodes if you haven't seen those yet. And till next time.
Bye guys. Thank y'all.
Later.